Soraya, what's your name? The 14-year-old Soraya greeted with a smile. She was attending Cedric Montclair's birthday party. Upon seeing Callum, she immediately approached. Of course, Soraya already knew who he was. The Montclair and Azar families had lived across from each other for years. Callum, the young Montclair heir said. He shook his head like he already knew there was no need for introductions. Can we be friends, Callum? She asked. He just shrugged, and Soraya took it as an approval. There was a time when Soraya and Callum got along just fine. Their families were close, and being neighbors, Soraya saw his achievements and grew to admire Callum. Yes, Callum was a handsome man. He was tall and athletic, with brown hair and sharp blue eyes. But Soraya didn't fall for just his looks. She loved the quiet strength he carried. He didn't talk much, but when he did, people listened. He took over the family business at a young age, and even then, he acted with the seriousness of someone much older. Yet life had a way of turning everything upside down. One crucial night changed everything, forcing them into marriage. That was when Callum started hating Soraya. He firmly believed she had orchestrated the events leading up to her pregnancy. Soraya had hoped she could win Callum's heart. After all, she was young, bright, and attractive. She had an angelic beauty, with long, sleek caramel hair that cascaded down her back and skin as fair as ivory. She did not have to wear heavy makeup or provocative clothes to stand out. Aside from her natural qualities, Callum's parents adored her. However, throughout their marriage, Callum treated her with disdain. He ignored her, and the worst part was how he allowed his friends to look down on her. And now, he flaunted a mistress without even batting an eye. There was no other way to go around it. Soraya needed to choose herself, or else she would be that useless person Callum's friends had labeled her to be. Soraya had stayed with her uncle for the past few days. One would think that, despite her absence, her husband would call or be concerned, but no. He never called or texted. Callum didn't care. In fact, since their marriage, Callum had sent her no more than 50 messages. They were either purely business or matters related to Sage. They did not celebrate their anniversary. Callum never came to her birthday celebration, and unless the party was held at the Montclair mansion, Soraya was never invited to his birthday party. Sage, however, had sent Soraya 2 messages on the chat app, but she chose not to read them. Soraya was afraid of giving in, afraid of being rejected once again, and afraid of falling into the trap she had been under for the past 7 years. On a Thursday, Soraya sat at her desk, her laptop open, screens glowing with charts, notes, and color-coded plans. She had made a schedule and was sticking to it. Everything had its place, the market data on the left, a checklist of tasks in the center, and a list of safe, quiet apartments on the right. After the divorce, she needed a new
Download the link, search for FGK3467 and watch the follow-up content.